I didn't find out by being told. I found out by accident. A letter arrived one morning, not addressed to me directly. But my name was on it, buried. Not at the top, not as the recipient, as a reference. I read it slowly, twice, then a third time. It mentioned filings, recorded actions, completed steps, past tense. Everything was written as if I already knew, as if I had agreed, as if I had been part of it. I hadn't. I called my son immediately. He sounded calm, almost relieved. He said, "Oh, yeah, it's already done, already done." The words hit harder than I expected. Done meant finished. Finished meant final. I asked what exactly had been filed. He said it was paperwork, standard, necessary, that the lawyer handled it. I asked when this happened. He hesitated, then gave a general answer. Recently, that wasn't enough. I asked why I hadn't been told. He said there was no need, that it was procedural, that involving me would have complicated things. Complicated, another word used to justify exclusion. I called the lawyer's office again. This time, I insisted. I said I needed clarification. The receptionist transferred me to someone else, a paralegal. Her tone was polite but efficient. She confirmed the filings, listed dates, referenced case numbers. Everything sounded official. They asked when I had authorized this. She paused, then said it was authorized under the existing agreement. I asked if I had been consulted. She said the documents allowed action without direct confirmation. That phrase echoed in my head. Without direct confirmation. I realized then that the silence hadn't been an activity. It had been movement. Quiet movement. Things had been happening while I waited, while I assumed, while I trusted. I asked if anything could be changed. She said that now it would require additional steps. More filings, possibly court review. Nothing impossible, but nothing simple. I hung up the phone and sat in silence. I felt foolish, not because I didn't understand, but because I hadn't imagined this outcome. I had assumed protection meant inclusion. I had assumed authority meant guidance. Instead, it meant autonomy. Theirs. The paperwork didn't feel malicious. That was the worst part. It felt efficient, clean, legal, which made it harder to argue against. No one had broken rules. They had simply used them. I looked back at the copy of the document I had signed. Read it carefully this time, slowly, line by line. I saw phrases I had glossed over, broad language, flexible permissions, clauses that didn't specify notification. I understood then why the lawyer hadn't called. There was nothing to discuss. He didn't need my input. He had my signature. That realization settled heavily. I wasn't angry yet. I was stunned. Because everything I thought was pending was complete. Everything I thought was a conversation was a conclusion. I wondered how many people learn this way. Not through confrontation, but through paperwork, through envelopes, through past tense. That night, I didn't sleep much. I kept thinking about timing, how consent feels different before something happens, and how powerless it feels after. Everything was already filed, and I had never been asked if I was ready. If you think stories like this should be told, you can support the channel by liking this video. If you want to keep watching, subscribe to the channel. A new episode every day. Cool doesn't always mean fair.